Okay, so the second page of notes, I don't even know what number this is in your packet, but you guys are smart. You can figure it out. So now we're going to solve, which just means for most of these, I think exponentiate. So the inverse of natural log is e. So we exponentiate e, e, cancel, cancel. Of course, these first ones are easy. 4x minus 27 equals 15 minus 2x. You guys can finish it off from there. And then it just kind of jumps right into something a little bit more. You always have to condense first. My hand. Condense first. So there's nothing to condense on number 13, but 14 we do need to condense this right here into natural log of k squared equals natural log of 2k plus 15. And that's the natural log of all of 2k plus 15. That's why it's grouped together. All right, so now once we exponentiate, you end up with our favorite situation, quadratic. So k squared minus 2k minus 15 equals 0. That factor's real easy. Into k minus 5, k plus 3 equals 0, which means our solutions are k equals 5 and k equals -3. I'm going to check real quick for extraneous. It doesn't look like either one of those would be extraneous. Yeah, it would, -3, because when you plug in -3 here, you can't natural log -3. And I know it'll natural log if you square the 3 first, but it has to be a solution to the original equation. So -3 is out. 5's the only answer. Number 15, let's condense first. Natural log of 72 over 4 is equal to natural log of 6 times a minus 2. Now we can exponentiate, and I'll clean up some of those numbers at the same time. So when we exponentiate, we end up with 118 equals 6 times a minus 2. And you guys can figure that out from there. Number 16, we've got to condense this 2 onto the m plus 4. So we have natural log of m plus 4 squared equals natural log of 4. Exponentiate, cancel, cancel. M plus 4 quantity squared is equal. Now we got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to square m plus 4. That's m squared plus 8m plus 16 equals 4. That's m squared plus 8m plus 12 equals 0. And that's 2 and 6. So m plus 2, m plus 6 equals 0 for solutions of -2 m, come on, m equals -2 and m equals -6. -2 is actually a proper solution. -6 is not. You plug -6 in here, you end up taking the natural log of a negative number, which can't happen. You plug -2 in, you still have +2 inside your parentheses. So like I said before, just because your result is negative doesn't mean it's extraneous. Moving on down. How am I looking? 4 minutes and 25 seconds, so we're good. Okay, now 17, you can use a calculator to finish it. I'm just going to get it out to the solved form, and you can leave it there or give me an approximated answer when you're doing your homework. So 2 doesn't have a natural log with it, so when I exponentiate and cancel here and exponentiate 2, what I have is 8x is equal to the natural, is equal to e is equal to e to the second power. Now, you can calculate that out, that's fine, but the next move would be to divide by 8. So x is equal to, let's say 1/8 e squared instead of putting it over 8. So if you're using a calculator, you do e squared and then divided by 8 or times 1/8. Condense first on number 18. We say that that's natural log of x divided by 9 equals 7. When we exponentiate here, it cancels the natural log. When we exponentiate there, we just have e to the 7th power. So x over 9 is equal to e to the 7th. Multiply both sides by 9. X is equal to 9 times e to the 7th power. You do e to the 7th first and then times 9 if you're having to do small steps on the calculator on your phone. Okay, so now we have to solve this, which means we natural log both sides. Natural log of e to the x is cancel. Natural log of 57, which is a value, so get to stop there. My phone's ringing. And again, calculate that out into a decimal or stop there. Either way, that's fine. Number 20, we want to add the 6 over to isolate. So I guess I should have said isolate, then condense at the beginning of this video. E to the y plus 4 plus 3. E to the y plus, oops, e to the y plus 3 is equal to 30. Now I can natural log to get rid of e, natural log of 30. So what I'm left with is y plus 3 is equal to the natural log of 30. And whatever value that is, I'm going to put that in parentheses because I've had a few people make mistakes that when they subtract the 3 in the next step, they were incorrectly thinking that you're doing the natural log of 27. That's not the case. You're taking the natural log of 30 and then subtracting 3. Don't forget that. Once you've taken the natural log or exponentiated with e, everything that happens afterwards happens to that result. Number 21, I want to isolate first. So I need to divide by 5. That gets me e to the 4n is equal to, what's that, 19? And then now I can natural log both sides. That gets me e to the 4n is equal to whatever value the natural log of 19 is. I'm sorry, I don't have e to the 4n. I just have 4n. Equals natural log of 19. Now when I divide by 4, I can put that whole thing over 4. It's not 19 divided by 4. It's the natural log of 19 divided by 4. So I'm just going to put 1/4. I kind of like doing that. 1/4 natural log of 19. That way I'm not tempted to take 1/4 of 19. All right, is this the last one? Dude, I'm doing good. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, so isolate. We want to get down to e to the c minus 9. And so that means I've got to move the 3 and divide by 2 first. So you guys are smart. That's e to the c minus 9 is equal to 84 plus or minus 3. I'm sorry, 87 minus 3 is 84. 84 divided by 2 is 42. Now that I've isolated, I can natural log both sides. That gets me c minus 9 is equal to the natural log of 42. Then I want to add 9 to both sides. Not taking the natural log of 51. We're taking the natural log of 42 and then adding 9 to that result. Okay, that ends this video. I'm going to assign homework. I'll write the directions in the descriptions of the assignment. So if you guys have any questions, email me. I feel like we might need to do a Zoom meeting just to check in this week at some point. So look for that post on the Google Classroom for a quick Zoom meeting.